Hi, this is Jeannie, and today I'm going to show you how I made this boxwood wreath. This is made from leftovers. I had a square boxwood wreath that fell off the door the other day, and the frame broke. It was built on a styrofoam frame, and it was my fault. I didn't have it secured well, but it fell off and it broke, and maybe I could have fixed it, but I just didn't think I wanted to fool with it, so I was just going to throw it away. And then I noticed that each of the little boxwood pieces were, stuck into the styrofoam, with hot glue, and they came off easy enough. So I thought I would pull them off, and I cleaned up the hot glue, took that off, and I thought I might have to shorten the stems. But I thought, well, I'm just going to get a new form and make another boxwood wreath. So I had this little 10 inch styrofoam, and I was thinking about using, even though I hadn't had good luck with styrofoam. But I thought I got this at Dollar Tree, so I'm going to go back and, get another one because I know it's going to make two. And they didn't have it. I thought, well, maybe I'll get it at Walmart. Well, they didn't have it there either. So I picked up two of these little 12-inch grapevines. So I counted my pieces of the boxwood that I took off the old wreath, and I had like 32. So I divided it out into two sections so I'd have two wreaths. And then I picked up two bushes at Trendy. I just stopped with a warehouse, and these are on the website. And sorry, that's noisy. I'll give you the number. One is a plastic seeded eucalyptus bush with a little, it's eucalyptus. It's a 13293 BU9, and then this is a flock Jesse Miller, and it is, and I'll give you these links in the blog post too, a 13450GN. So I picked those up, and I thought, well, just in case the boxwood pieces were not enough to cover, the form good, I'd have a little backup, and I'd fill in with that. Plus, I thought, well, it turned out that it made a nice mixed wreath, and it's actually, let's see, it turns out to be about 18 inches. So it's going to be just right for my side doors. I'm just going to put a bow on it, go with it, and you can use that year round. I also wanted to show you this hot glue gun that I got at Harbor Freight. It's cordless. I have a skillet over here that I could use for hot glue too, but I really wanted to try my hot glue gun and see how it works. And it really gets hot. It does not have, I don't see that it has a low or high. It's got one temperature, which is hot, but it melts the glue. And so anyway, we'll just get started here. So grapevines are messy, y'all, and I've already made one, and of course my clothes show it. But grapevines are messy, so that's just, they are. Okay. So I thought to keep things kind of even, I would divide up my wreath into 4 segments. And, you may not need to do this, but I thought, I'd love to get it lopsided. So, 4 segments. And I'm just using chenille stems to do that. Okay. And then I'm going to use my bush cutter to cut these 2 bushes apart. Cut those stems apart. all of those and cut. Okay, so the boxwood, the eucalyptus has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got 9 pieces, so I can put 2 pieces of boxwood into each segment. The Dusty Miller, has got 5, so I can put 1 in each segment, and then, I'll have a few pieces left of assorted stuff left over for, fill in other places. So let's cut this apart. Way. Okay. So, I don't think I've got that too even. This is a rough measurement. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with 7 pieces of the boxwood, leftover boxwood. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to start, just like you make a tulip wreath, I'm going to make all of them going in the same direction. So I'm going to kind of go upward with my stem. Just use a little hot glue. Push that into the grapevine good. Kind of putting one a little toward the inside and one toward the outside a little bit. And it doesn't take much. This hot glue is really thin. I usually use Gorilla Glue. This is Aztec glue. It's just what I could get the other day, so that's what I'm using. So now I'm going to take a piece of the Dusty Miller and just kind of fan that out and bend that a little bit, give it a little shape, a little life to it. Good. I almost threw the wreath away, and I'm glad I didn't, because I think I had one not too long ago that I did throw away. But anyway, so I'm going to use 2 pieces of the eucalyptus. Let me get that over here. I don't want to lose count. I'm just trying to kind of keep it even all the way around. I have not had any wreaths on my door since Christmas, I'm ashamed to say. That's okay, we'll get something on there this weekend. I've got some ribbon. I was just going to tie a bow around these wreaths. Not anything fancy. I'll go ahead and fill in my other piece of boxwood. And on these pieces, you can always slide those stems up if it's too, like that. So I'm going to need to cut that off. Okay, and I got one more piece of boxwood for that section. Put it toward the back. So I'm just going to keep working around. I'm just going to turn that and keep working in that at that same direction. 3. Okay, so I got 7 pieces. I get my 1 Dusty Miller and my 2 eucalyptus. I'm going to get another hot glue stick. Well, it's not quite ready for it yet. But I like this because it's battery. You know, you put the battery on the charger and it's supposed to work like 5 hours or go through like 45 glue sticks, which I'm not going to work on any project. This is going to take me 5 hours. So, you know, my projects are kind of short and sweet. But you know how your cord on your hot glue gun, it's always seems to be on the wrong side of where you need it, and the cord can be heavier than the gun, and it just, I don't know, it's aggravating. It seems like it's always pulling it over, making it turn over, or something like that. I like going in Harbor Freight. I don't know, but I think it's I don't know if it's the crafting in your what, but it's like being in a kid in a candy store. I did look at Harbor Freight for some of those little fingertips that you can use to keep from burning your fingers. They didn't have any, so if you found them, please let me know where you found them. See, I still have another eucalyptus piece to put in. I've got my hot glue gun sitting on a plastic cutting board from Walmart. Okay, so got one more piece of box glue. And you may have made enough wreaths where you wouldn't have to measure and count like I've had to do, but I didn't want it to come out lopsided. Okay, so there's my 7 pieces. My Dusty Miller and 2 of those. Okay, so it's how it's looking so far. Keep working at that same angle. you know, a steel pick machine. We have a steel pick machine, but it's at the shop. This is kind of a small wreath, so I don't know if that would be a really good idea or not. Those picks, the picks that we have are like 2 1/4 inches. They might go through the back too much. All this leftover stuff is, or these stems are pretty stiff. They're going in pretty good. Anyway. Okay, so we got one more segment. And I can see on that last segment I need to put one right there. Okay, so there's my 7 pieces, and I still have 2 more to fill in with. There's just a little odd piece. Any of these little odd pieces like that, you can just stick in with a little hot glue. And there's my dusty miller and 2 of these. And then that gives me 2 more pieces to fill in with. One reason I want to go ahead and get this done this morning is because I have a nail appointment at 1. Now, yeah, I don't get my nails done very often, but when I'm going out of town or something like that, I like to get those, the gel nails, you know, then they'll last. Well, they want you to come back every 2 weeks, but, you know, they'll last 3 weeks. And we were supposed to get to go on a trip. We're going to get to go to Europe. It's my first trip out of the country ever. And then when all the invasion and all that happened, we got very nervous about going, and so we canceled that trip. So I have not had my gel nails taken off since then, so I've got to do that today. I love that because, you know, they do your nails and you come right out of the shop and, you know, they just last. But it's irritating to my fingers, and I can't do it on a regular basis, so I'll go get this off and get a regular manicure and get my nails done, and then I'll do my own nails for a few weeks. And we don't have anything coming up till over in April. I'm going on a little trip with my friends and my husband. We're going to go to Branson. And then I have a little short beach trip in May. So, looking forward to that. We don't travel a lot. Usually when we go, it's like the Dallas and Chicago for Trendy tree. We haven't been on a real family vacation in a while. Now here's a little piece that doesn't have a stem, but I'm just going to put some, oh wait, there we go. Maybe it just came apart. I can make that fit together. Ouch. Well, no. Okay, I'm just going to put some hot glue on and put it in there. That'll be alright. Just stick in there. That'll hold it. It looks pretty good. I like the way that looks. And I still have two little pieces here. Let me hang it up on my board. So, you know, sometimes you can hang it up on your board and look at it and, you know, you see what you missed. So it looks pretty good. I see a little place running there that could stand to have a piece. So we'll put one in there. I love the way these look. I'm so proud I didn't throw it away. I could just kick myself for throwing that last one away. And like I say, it was my fault, you know. They're big square, these were square styrofoam blocks, sort of. And of course they were secured together at the corners, but you know, once they fell off, they just broke at the corners. And you know, maybe I could have hot glued it and kept it together. It was one of those days I wasn't going to fool with it. And I didn't throw it away just that day. And I was out on the back porch the other day. We were having all that bad weather. And I was out on the back porch watching TV, you know, watching the weather and all that. And I picked that thing up to look at it. And I thought, well, heck, these little boxwood pieces are just stuck in there like a little clump. Each one was separate. I'm going to take out my chenille stems before I forget them. Now, if I'd have been smart, I would have secured the chenille stems, done the twist part on the back, but you know, there you go. Here's your sign. That would have made it a little bit easier. Or I could have done it with a zip tie or something. You never would have seen it. You just left it on there. And you know, you can make a hanger for your grapevine wreath. You could do it with floral wire, burlap string. Of course, it's not very. Zip ties, just anything. I'm not going to try to untwist that one. I'm just going to cut it, pull it out. Okay, so I salvaged the boxwood, and now I have two wreaths. Let's see. They're about 18 inches, so that will be just like for my side doors, okay? So the next thing I'm going to do, I've picked out some ribbon, and I'm going to just tie a bow on them, but I'm going to wash my hands and come back. There's my wreath after I tied a bow. All I did was just take 3 or 4 different kinds of ribbon, and this is some that gauzy like ribbon. It's wired, but you can see through it. The red is gauze ribbon too, and then I just chose this apple, just something for a really pretty spring summer ribbon, and then just some black and white. And I just tied it onto the wreath. I just wanted a simple bow, but that's it. After I finished it, I had enough to make 2 wreaths out of that one, and I like the way they turned out, and there you have it. Thanks for watching.